Hello everybody, this is CeD111 and this time we will be talking about three cards: Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, Compulsory Evacuation Device and Karma Cut. So first of all I will talk a bit about each card and after that compare each to other. So first of all, Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. Discard one card, return one card your opponent controls to the top of the deck. I'm not a fan of the cards that require discarding cost in order to activate their effects, but I guess that can be forgivable. Return one card your opponent controls to the top of the deck. Means you can target any card your opponent controls, including his magic or trap cards. Return to the top of the deck means you will be forcing your opponent basically to skip his draw phase. This is a perfect card for control decks and perfectly capable of slowing your opponent down, especially when you activate this card on his set magic or trap cards, mainly trap cards, because if you will use this effect on trap card, your opponent will be forced to set it again and then wait even more for a chance to activate it. So next card is Compulsory Evacuation Device. Return one monster on the field to its owner's hand. This card can target also your own monsters, so this fact gives the card completely another use in order to protect your monsters. For example, you can chain this card to your opponent's activated Mirror Force Torrential Tribute and cards of that nature. This card is also very suitable for game pushes when your opponent has a face down monster and you don't really want to run over it through battle. You can return it to the hand to get your direct attack through and just wait for the next turn. Phoenix Wing Wind Blast is also perfectly usable in the same context as Compulsory Evacuation Device if you want to get your attacks through. So Compulsory Evacuation Device has no discarding cost. That means it can be fit in more decks than Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. It's also suitable for conservative players, and it's a perfect way to get rid of your opponent's synchro monsters like Stardust Dragon. This card basically gives answer for any synchro monster your opponent can throw at you, except of Black Rose Dragon and Tough Ruler Archfiend. This card can't really do anything to Tough Ruler Archfiend, but Tough Ruler Archfiend hasn't seen that much of a play in the metagame. Black Rose Dragon, though this card can't negate Black Rose Dragon's effect and can't really stop it, you will at least be able to save one of your monsters by returning it to your hand. This card isn't suited for returning synchro monsters like Brainiac or Gojo Guardian back to the extra deck, because opponent will be able to synchro summon for them later in the game. That's why we're looking at Karma Cut. Discard one card, remove from play one face-up monster your opponent controls, then remove from play any card in your opponent's graveyard with the same name as that monster. This card is much more suitable for limited synchro monsters or other monsters your opponent would normally like to see hit the graveyard, like Red Eyes Wyvern, Dandelion, Treeborn Frog, and etc. If you use Compulsory Evacuation Device on Gojo Guardian or Phoenix Wing Wind Blast on Gojo Guardian, your opponent will most certainly be able to synchro summon it later on in the game. But if you use Karma Cut, his synchro monster will be removed, and that means gone for good. Guaranteed your opponent doesn't use Return from Different Dimension or DDR. Karma Cut is really nice card to get rid of your opponent's Dandelions and Treeborn Frogs as well. But now let's talk a little more about discarding cost, which concerns Karma Cut plays and Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. Usually I don't like using cards that require me to discard card in order to activate their effect, but lately I have noticed that it has its uses if we combine its discarding cost with cards like Level Eater, Treeborn Frog, or Dandelion. In fact, it's really perfect if you can do so, because if you place your Treeborn Frog, Level Eater, or Dandelion on the field, there is still a chance your opponent will remove it with effects of Cyber Valley, Kai's Shadow Monarch, and etc. But if you discard them straight from your hand to the graveyard with Phoenix Wing Wind Blast or Karma Cut, then you're basically guaranteed to activate their effects later on in the game. Speaking about that, now let's take a look about game situation. For example, opponent, I set Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. Then end my turn. Opponent sets a monster and sets a magic or trap card. During his end phase, I activate Phoenix Wing Wind Blast on his trap card and discard, for example, Dandelion. Then my turn comes, I draw a card. His back row is gone due to the effect of Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, and I'm free to use Dandelion tokens for tribute summoning. Cards like Light and Darkness Dragon, Kai the Shadow Monarch comes in play. And best of all, these cards are perfectly protected because we will got rid of opponent's back row, and now we are able to run over opponent's monster or remove it with Kai the Shadow Monarch. So as you noticed, Phoenix Wing Wind Blast is a perfect card to slow down your opponent and to set up your plays with less worries about your opponent counters. I guess that's all I can say about them now. PM for any more info or opinions, I guess. And of course, comment what card reviews you would like to see. Thank you.